Hey guys, it's Olivia from Foreverly Live on Instagram, and today I'm going to be doing a March plan with me. This is only my second plan with me video ever, so bear with me. But first of all, I'm going to show you how I made my cover photo or cover picture for March. So this is heavily inspired by Jenny Journals. I've always loved her videos, but I'm taking a page out of her book, literally, and writing my cover page for March on a separate piece of paper, and then I'll paste it in later. So I don't really do themes normally for my monthly plans, but for the cover page for March I decided to do kind of like a florally, flowery doodles. So here's me. I already sketched out everything in pencil before this, and I'm just using my Sakura Pigma Micron pens to outline them. And if you want to know all the supplies I use later on, I'll have them all linked in the description, so don't worry. So at some of these parts you can see me like showing the camera the type of pen and size that I'm using, but that didn't really work out when I zoomed it, so ignore that. But basically here I am writing a quote that I found by Emily Dickinson, and it says, "March is a month of expectation." So I basically just wanted to find, like, I don't know, a generic quote or something about March because I had some empty space to fill. And now I'm just going in with my Muji black eraser and just erasing all the pencil marks. And going back in with the black fine liner to kind of fix up some of the parts and add some more detail. And now I'm going to be using my Tombow dual brush pens to color in the cover page. So I decided to kind of go with like a neutral greenish, light pinkish theme. So you'll see that reflected in the finished product in a sec. But yeah. Oh, and another thing I like to do is, if it's gonna be something like this that's just permanent, kind of complicated, and I don't want to do it again, then I'll usually swatch colors beforehand, so I kind of get an idea of what looks good and what I'd like. So now the cover page is done, and I'm just going to tuck that into where it's going to go later, and we're going to start on the monthly calendar spread. So I've experimented a lot over the years that I've been doing bullet journaling with how I like to lay out my calendars. I've done like one-page layouts with smaller calendars, but I've always found that I really like having a big calendar spread to fit everything in. So now I'm just going in, I don't know if you can see the pencil marks, I'm erasing them now, but I already like marked out the spacing. So I'm just using a Tombow dual brush pen in the same color that I lettered part of March to draw out the lines for my calendar. Oh, and in case you were wondering, usually I like to make my calendar squares, like perfect squares, but this time I decided to experiment and make them rectangles just because I kind of wanted it to fill up the space more. So this time, instead of doing 6 by 6 squares, I did 6 across and 7 squares down. And now just going in and erasing those lines again. And here I am using my phone to kind of figure out where the numbers go and how many numbers, because I kind of suck at that. I always forget which month has how many days. And again, keeping with the theme with the pink. Now I'm just using a Staedtler Fineliner to write in the days of the week. I like to start on Mondays. I know that's not a usual American thing, but I don't know. And now I'm going back with my Tombow dual brush pen to letter in March. And now is the time where I put in all of my important dates, like when I need to pay my credit card bill, when I have birthdays, my friends and my family. And spring break is this month. I'm super excited to go home, so gotta mark that off. And okay, please don't judge me. Right here, okay, my Chinese is really bad. I'm really trying to get better at it, but I forgot how to write part of aunt in Chinese, so I had to look it up. But that's okay, we're getting there. Next up is my favorite spread of the month, my daily review spread. Sorry, so my camera cut out a few times when I was filming this, so you'll see that again. But basically, I took this idea from Planning with Kay. I love her, by the way. You should go check out her videos and her Instagram. It's just Planning with Kay, but basically I just copied what she does, and it's basically like a 2-line a day spread. So I make squares that are 2 spaces across by 2 spaces down, and then I use 3 different colors to color them in just for like aesthetic purposes, and then I will number them later on, as you can see. But every day I just go in and reflect on my day and what happened, if I did anything fun, if I just kind of stayed in. So I really love being able to look back at these spreads, and I started this when I studied abroad in Australia last semester, so being able to go back and just read all the fun things that I got to do is always so fun for me. I'm a very sentimental person, so I love it. Yeah, so now I am using a Sarasa black pen, Zebra Sarasa? I think it's Zebra. Zebra Sarasa black pen to number in all of the dates of March. And then now I am using my new ECOLINE brush pen, I love it, to just letter daily review. Okay, now that that's done comes my second favorite part of every month's planning. I have these tab stickers that I made with sticker paper and my lovely silhouette portrait back home. And so I'm right now just counting the spaces of where that tab's gonna go. I started doing this last year, I think mid-year. It's just kind of like an extra aesthetic thing. I think it really helps too when I'm trying to flip through the months, when I'm like going back through my bullet journals. But yep, here I am just sticking it on the end and making sure it looks right. Then I can really press it down. And last but not least, I'm going to be using a glue stick just to paste the back of this cover page onto my bullet journal. Gotta use lots of glue. And that's it! Thank you guys so much for watching. Here is my completed March plan with me. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and follow me at ForeverlyLive on Instagram. I hope to be making more videos in the future, so look out for those. Thanks, bye!